Today is the last day of December 2024, and I kind of just want to make a Spotify style, wrapped video. A year of reflection, a year of thought, a year of just questioning, more than anything, questioning the things that I've done this year and what sort of things I'm looking forward in the new year. This kind of style video is a kind of video that I want to make on a yearly basis. I want to make an annual video every year, preferably towards the end of the year, just sort of reviewing my year. I want to call it a year in practice, and it's just an annual review for myself, as a way to timestamp myself, timestamp this age, timestamp this moment in time. I think creating a YouTube channel has been so fulfilling. I don't have a lot of subscribers. I don't have an audience, right? I have an urge to create something, and I get to create it, and I think from that point on I'm fulfilled. Even me sitting up the tripod and pressing record, and I have my notes here with my questions that I'm going to ask myself, but all of this is for myself. All of this is for my own reflection, my own creativity. So I'm calling this a year in practice. It's my annual review. It basically just serves as a reflective annual recap on certain aspects of my life. The first category, I have about 6 categories, and if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at my notes, so I remember the questions. But the first category is personal growth and wellness. Personal growth and wellness, I have a question. My first question is, am I prioritizing my mental, physical, and emotional health in a way that feels sustainable and nourishing? If I think about this question in the scope of this year, I think towards the last 4 to 5 months of the year, I would say that I've been more cognizant of prioritizing my physical, mental, and emotional well-being. I've been working out more. That's something that 2024 me, I'm trying my hardest to take into the new year. I'm running now. I've been running. I ran 3 miles yesterday for the first time, so that felt like a super big accomplishment for myself. Training to do a 5K for next year, so hopefully by the time I do my next 2025 a year in practice annual video, I've already done that, which is cool to think about. So I've definitely been trying to incorporate more ways that I can definitely prioritize my emotional, my mental, and my physical mental well-being. So if I were to scale that on a scale from 1 out of 10, I would say I am at about 5. I'm at about a 5, honestly. I could be a lot better. I could have a better wake up and night routine. There's so many things, but that's the first question. Second question is, what habits or routines help me feel grounded and connected to myself this year? Which ones felt misaligned? I think this is a great question, and I'm going to use this really quickly. If I'm asking these questions and you're watching, if you're still watching, thank you so much. I would urge you to take out a piece of paper and pen, or pencil and paper, whatever you have, your phone, and think about these questions for yourself if they resonate with you. If they don't, by all means, don't do it. But if they do, I urge you to think about these same questions as you think about, the end of the year. Habits and routines, I would say, is I've been doing morning pages. I have not been doing them consistently, and that's something that I want to kind of take into the new year. Morning pages is where the first thing in the morning, instead of reaching for a phone or reaching for your computer, you take out your journal and you kind of brain dump everything that's on your head on a piece of paper, and you write consistently. I think the recommended amount is 3 pages. I personally just don't have that much to write, and I think that kind of scares me out of doing it, so I just told myself a page, and that seems to be the happy medium that I've found. So morning pages help me not reach for my phone or tech as soon as I wake up, which is really, really helpful. Continue drink my apple cider vinegar in the morning with my water. That helps with just drinking water first thing, and with my gut health. I would say prioritizing my gym routine. I have a subscription where I get workouts through my phone, and they tell me the workouts that I have to do for that day and for that month and for that week. And that's a really easy way for me to just not think about the gym. I know exactly what I'm going to do, and I do it. The same with my running program. I'm on a running program, so I have about 3 runs that I have to do a week, and I'm able to, again, not really think. I'm able to really not put so much thought into these activities that I want to do. So like my barrier to entry is really, really low. You know, instead of being like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to work out today, so I shouldn't go to the gym, or I don't even know how I should run, so I shouldn't go for this run. I've eliminated those barriers, right, for myself. So that makes it really, really that makes me feel really grounded, and it makes me feel connected to those routines. Another thing I would say is checking in with my community more often, so my friends and my family, and just prioritizing those relationships have made me feel a lot more connected to myself. I'm trying to think if anything felt misaligned, because that's a really good question. Misaligned, spending too much time on social media. You know, spending an exorbitant amount of time and energy on social media, that doesn't fuel what I am trying to do, right? That doesn't fuel my actions, my goals. I'm just like passively consuming. That does not fill my cup up. That feels very out of alignment with my goals and with my future self. So I would definitely say that. My next category is content creation and authenticity. This question is, have I maintained a balance between producing content for my audience and nurturing my own creative spirit? I think this is going to be a great question for year 2 me. Year 1, I honestly think I'm just trying to get comfortable with pressing record and uploading. I think I've spent way too much time overthinking my YouTube channel, what I want it to be, how I want it to look, and the stories that I want to tell. I just need to create, and I just need to not put so much pressure on this end goal, this end vision, because you spend so much time focusing on the end. You get to the end and then you're like looking back at the beginning. It's just, you have to be so present, and that's where I am forcing myself and trying to like so hard. I'm trying to just align myself in the present moment. I can't control anything other than like right here and right now, and I'm not even trying to think about an audience, you know, respectfully, if anyone watches it. But I'm not really trying to think about an audience. I don't have an audience. My audience should be myself, and I should be creating for myself, which is what these videos are. This video is for me to look back in a year's time, for me to reflect, for me to ask questions again, and for me to keep a living record of thoughts, of musings, of reflections, and it's for no one else but myself. And I think the more as I think about it in terms of a YouTube channel, the more you pay attention to what fuels you, what feels good for yourself, I think that's the direction you should be heading into, other than, oh, what would my audience want? I'm just not at that level. I'm not at a level where I even have an audience to be thinking about one. So I think for year 1 me, I'm just happy I created my YouTube channel. I'm happy I have like 40 videos up, right? Long form and short form. I'm just happy something exists. I think going into the next year, I definitely want to be more consistent with what that looks like and create more long form videos. Second question is, am I creating content that aligns with my core values, right, of mindfulness, herbalism, and small business, entrepreneurship? Am I creating content that aligns with my values? I think so. I think I'm creating content that aligns with my values. I think I'm just having fun. I think I'm just thinking about having fun. I'm thinking about consistency, and I'm thinking about whenever I feel the urge to put on my camera or press record, like I'm just gonna do it. I think I'm okay. I think I am creating content that aligns with my values. My next category is communication and community. Have I fostered genuine connections with my audience this year? And I will say, from the first year with most of my audience, right, my followers being friends and family, I definitely think so, because I hound them to my dog is being really loud right now. Hound them to engage with my content. But seriously, I think with the amount of videos I've posted, it has not been a lot, right? So I haven't been able to reach a lot of people, but I've had a few people leave amazing comments, asking questions or just commenting on the videos that I posted, and I thought that was just really sweet. And I'm so grateful that someone took the time to type something out and to press send, and I'm just happy that comments exist. So I think that's a good question. My next question is, have I shown up for my audience in a way that feels ethical, compassionate, and true to my values? Again, I think so. Again, I'm trying to lay the foundation. This video being year one is my foundation, so I don't have much of an audience again that I can kind of answer these questions in like a full way, but I want to continue showing up the way that I am. So my next question is small business and entrepreneurship. Am I building my business, Rakai Body, in a way that feels aligned with my long-term vision and ethical values? If you guys didn't know, I am co-owner of a small business named Rakai Body with my mom and my sister. We all three of us own this business together, and I believe so. I believe, and I'll make another video. I have another video that I need to make about my small business. I'm trying to rebuild my small business from zero in the year 2025, and the way I'm trying to build it is a very conscious way, and it's a very deliberate way, and I'm just trying to be really honest with what is of value to me, what I think is of value to other people, and what kind of product it is that I want to create. So I think I'm very much finding more things to be aligned with in my small business, and I'm trying my best to do that in a way that feels genuine and authentic to me. My next question is, what did I learn from any challenges or setbacks in my business this year, and how can I grow from these experiences? This is a great question, right? I'd mentioned before, I'm rebuilding my small business from zero, so there aren't many challenges or setbacks I've had in my growth, but I will say, what you don't pour into, you will not receive. I did not pour much or anything at all into my small business this year, and I got really nothing from it, right? Not the things that like would make me feel good, which is growth, connecting to my customers, and telling a story. And those were for various reasons, right? But I think ultimately what it's teaching me is I need to pour into myself so that I can then pour into my business. If I'm not pouring into myself, I can't really pour much into my business. So just taking care of yourself, looking after yourself, taking care of yourself, and pouring into yourself first, right? You cannot help yourself. You can't help anyone if you don't help yourself first. And I think that's been the biggest lesson learned from my small business, from thinking about it, from the lessons I've learned. And 2025 is the year that I'm rebuilding and that I'm starting from zero, and that's a story that I would love to tell, and I can't wait. My next, and I'm just looking at my notes, my next category is creativity and inspiration. What inspired me the most this year, and how did I channel that inspiration into my work or life? Such a big question. I picked such big questions for myself. I love it. That's such a good question. I'm like just trying to think. This is how you know this video is very much like I just turned on the camera, because I just need to make this video. I need to make it. It's the last day, and I can't procrastinate anymore. My mom inspired me the most. My sister has inspired me, you know, my brother, my friends. I've inspired myself. My dogs inspire me in a very strange way. I've different creators online have inspired me. I've held on to, or I try my best to just like grab inspiration when I see it and when I feel it. Those little pockets that I've garnered from those sources, right? My friends, family, my pets, you know, myself in moments. It's inspired me, and it has inspired me to make this video, right? It's inspired this very moment. It continues to inspire different moments in my life. And I've used that to, I don't know, just create more and not be so afraid of creating, not be so afraid of judging. I shouldn't have any room to judge myself, especially in the beginning, right? Even with this channel, I'll use this channel for example. There's no reason why I should be judging how many followers I have, how many views I have, you know, like any of those extrinsic things. I should not be judging it. Am I creating something that feels authentic to me? Did I tell a story? Am I showing up in a way that feels really good and fulfilling for myself? If the answer is yes to those questions, then I think my job is done. Move on, create the next one. I feel like I get so caught up in the lack of a better word, but bullshit of it all, because none of it matters. Do I have 20 videos? Do I have 40? Do I have at least 100 videos created? Then what am I actually judging? It's like we spend so much time trying to judge ourselves when we have no evidence. I've created no evidence of me doing the thing. I don't have any evidence of me creating long form content on a consistent basis for at least 6 months. I don't. Then what am I actually judging? You haven't created your first book, so why are you judging your writing? Where's the finished album that you said you were going to finish? Why are you judging your music? Where's the small documentary or the small indie film that you're working on? Why are you judging your directing skills? Why? Like, put that energy into just creating. Then when you've created some evidence, then let's talk about, okay, what can we refine? What can we work on? What can we do better for next time? I don't have a business to quote unquote judge yet. I haven't sold to 100 people yet. I have not reached significant milestones in my business to judge it as of yet. What I should be doing is pouring all that energy into creating something that I can judge, that I can think about, that I can reflect on. This is year 1 of my year in practice annual recap series. I have nothing to judge it on. I don't have year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5 yet, right? Like, so I say that to say, there's just so many things that are so easy for you to pick apart that for me personally, I can only speak on my experience. I need to put that energy and that time into the creation process, the ideation process, the just doing it, just do the thing. My second question for that category is, have I made time for exploration and learning in areas that feed my creativity and my curiosity? I think so. I think this YouTube channel is a very much physical representation of making time for fueling my creativity and curiosity. I've been curious about making a YouTube channel for years, and I finally created one this year, March 1st, my dad's birthday. I'll always remember it, and I'm happy that I created it. I'm really proud of it. My 63 subscribers, and there's only more to come, honestly. And not more in in the more followers and more recognition. You know, there's a time and space for that, of course, but more in terms of like what I'm able to create and what I'm able to put out, and how good I feel about the things that I'm creating and putting out, and the stories that I'm telling. I honestly, for the first full year, I feel like I should not even be worried about how many followers I have and how many people have viewed this. Like, I just want to take it out of my brain. Focus on creating. Focus on feeling good about what you're creating. Then think about auxiliary shit like that. It's all auxiliary. It's all auxiliary. How connected do I feel with this relationship, right? Like with this instrument that I'm using to do something. I'm using this camera to tell a story. I'm using this camera to pinpoint a time and place that I'll never get back again. I'm never getting this time back again. And that's beautiful. Isn't it so horrible? My camera died and it's now nighttime, hence different lighting setup, but for the sake of finishing this video, we're going to push through. Nothing's gonna stop me from creating, editing, and posting this video today, December 31st, 2024. 5:46. My next category, my last and sixth final category, is future intentions. My first question for that category is, what kind of impact do I want to have on my community in the coming year? Impact I think I want to have on my community is to show up as myself. That's my impact. My impact is to be myself. That's what I want. That's what I think about. I'm not really too worried about impact, more so worrying about showing up, because I haven't shown up and I want to show up. Just show up on camera, show up on my videos, in my videos, create consistently, and continuously doing things that feel good and fuel me. That's my impact. That's year one impact. My last and final question for this category and for my whole a year in practice, my annual review: what is one small intentional change I can make to bring myself closer to my dream life? My dream life I hold very dear and near to my heart, and also to ChatGPT. But I think one intentional change is to consistently create YouTube videos. I think at the end of the day, I really do see YouTube as a part of my life. I'm not really worried about making it a career or making money or this and this and that. I just want to create videos that I can timestamp and look back on for years to come. One of the biggest things that I like to do whenever I see a creator or I come across a creator on YouTube that I like or fuels me or I'm intrigued by, I immediately go to their videos and then I go to the oldest video. And for me, I like to see where people have come from. I like to see the beginnings. I like to see what it looked like. And it serves as a reminder that no one has ever started with everything or with all the answers figured out. And I want videos like this to prove to my younger self, right? To prove to my future self that despite whatever lack you perceive to have or you perceive to believe in within yourself or within the tools or instruments that you have, it shouldn't stop you from still creating something, I think, quite beautiful, and perhaps even more beautiful than what you could have imagined, right, if you had everything. So that's a small intentional change. I just want to continue creating YouTube videos, whether or not I share them, keep them unlisted, you know, put them public. I'm creating this for myself. I'm creating this for me, no one else. It's as simple as that. It's a very selfish pursuit, and it's mine. It's mine. And I think there's a lot of beauty in creating for yourself and creating for, I'm not necessarily thinking about an audience just yet. Maybe one day, but not right now. If this video resonated with you or brought any kind of value, definitely please feel free to like, share it, and subscribe. Share it with someone who you think might need it, who might want to ponder on these questions, who might want to think about these questions themselves. If you yourself took the time to answer these questions for yourself, I would love to hear them in the comments down below. Share with me something. Share with me a question that maybe resonated, or something that you feel proud of, or if these categories spoke to you. I look forward to thinking about these questions on a year-by-year basis. I'm happy that I'm creating year one as a sort of documentation for myself, and also for future me one day when I look back on these videos. I want it to just serve as a reminder that, you know, take your time with things, right? Have immense grace for yourself. And I think more than anything, hold a lot of love for the things that you create and the things that call you. They call you for a very specific reason. Please do not ignore those voices, right? Or that voice that pushes you to pick up a paintbrush, maybe write, film something, edit something, whatever your craft or medium is. Please, 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 if you feel an urge to do it, if you take one thing out of this video, it's to listen, tap in, spend a little bit more time, reflect on those things that ultimately bring you joy. And thank you so much for being here. Until next time, take care and move at your own pace. Editing me, right, in the future or past, I really don't know how any of that works, but I just want to thank myself, honestly, before I end the video. Year two me, I'm really looking forward to the next conversation that we have when we make this video again in a year. And I'm so excited for all of the growth I am going to have. And I'm so grateful that I'm taking the time right now to sit down, edit, and post, and film the same day. I'm doing this all in the same day. I'm so grateful that we are doing the things that we say that we're going to do. So here's to year one as we go into 2025, and I'm so looking forward at the end of 2025 to do this again. Thank you so much for watching my video. Bye.